welcome to Keeping It Real. I am Jennifer, your host, along with my girlfriend, Miss Trixie.
Hi, guys.
And today we have some royal friends in our show.
Yeah. Some more like royal, like family members. That's what we have today.
Yes. So on my side, I have my brother, Marcos, his lovely wife, Jackie, and Mr. Jeremy. That is Miss Trixie's boyfriend.
Yes.
Yes. So Miss Trixie, can you tell us what's our topic today?
So, I was like looking and I was watching a movie and it's Sandra Bullock and what's his name? It talks about the indecent proposal, how she needed a green card and she asked him to get married with her.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Which one was that one again?
I don't know, because I'm older than you, so I'm thinking of Demi Moore.
Well, that's
the one I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking about.
And okay, well, I guess like, you know, the younger here. Anyway.
We do that a lot. Yes.
She pretty much, the premise was that she asked him to like get married with her so that she can get a green card or whatever, and then they end up falling in love.
Oh, that's the one with Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yeah, I could not remember.
Okay.
Well, I think it's Sandra Bullock. I love her.
Before we continue, if everybody could tell me a little bit about themselves, so that way we know a little background, so when we give our answers, we know where we're coming from.
Exactly.
You want to start on that side with your...
So, Jeremy, do you want to just say a few things about you so that everybody knows?
Things that are relevant.
Yeah, things that are relevant.
I don't know. I'm 27 years old.
Oh,
I'm
you
26.
baby!
I'm about to be 27 years
In
old.
like 2 weeks, so
And
that
like,
doesn't
yeah,
count.
really close.
Oh, so you like older women?
I do a lot of computer stuff.
Okay.
I do like software developing, like make apps, stuff like that.
Okay.
Behind the scenes stuff.
So, did you recently finish school? You did some schooling? I guess I'm trying to find out if you were close around a group of women.
Yeah, so I guess I did community college. I went to USF, so I did like a 4-year school. I had my own apartment for like 3 years.
Okay.
What was your major at USF?
Biomedical science.
That shows you how big of a nerd he is. Like, just say it. Like,
That shows you how much she likes her.
I thought how smart.
I lived with like my dude Kenny, and like he used to bring girls home like every night.
So he has a lot of
parties
stories.
all the time. Yeah.
So you got stories. That's where I was trying to go.
Yeah.
Miss Jackie.
I ain't got no stories. So I lived a very sheltered life. I'm 33 years old and I've been married to this guy. How long have we been married? We just married, what, 11, 12 years?
Oh my god.
2008. 12 years.
Yeah.
12 years married.
Yeah, no, literally, I did have to do
17
that
years
for a
together.
I do have to do them.
Yeah. So before this guy, it was no life. That's all.
You also
And there was no social media, so that was those were the
Since 17 years
days.
together, but we've known each other.
Since you were little.
Yeah, since I was 5 and she was like 3.
I was their Sunday school teacher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
how cute,
That's
right?
how old she is.
that's how old.
That says a lot.
I'm sorry. It's only okay when she does it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so what about you, bro?
Oh, yeah.
What she said.
I'm Marcos. I'm the oldest son of the family. I pretty much run the family business. And
What is a family business?
it's economy transmission. We fix transmissions.
Right there on Shitty Hills.
Yeah.
Shitty Hills and
Peaceful
Shady Hills
Hearts.
and Peace.
Boulevard.
Yes.
You need
There you
Their
go.
hours are 8:30 to 5
Gotta plug that in there.
I'll put a link down in the description. There you go.
And I am, of course, her brother, and I am Jackie's husband, and we've been together forever.
Long ass time.
Yep, long as. And yes, we do have stories. But continue.
Yeah, no, they do, and I'm pretty sure you have stories because even though that he is there's 4 siblings, he's the third. We were raised in the same house, and we probably have maybe some same beliefs, but we were talking about 50 before, like even though we all lived in the same home or whatever, like 50's the sweet one, I might be the opposite, and Michael has his own, personalities, even though, we were born in the same place.
I think that's everybody's family.
Yeah. So
Definitely
we all got
everybody's
different. No, I'm pretty sure Michael's gonna say something. I'm like, you
Like
what?
what?
You what?
You heard it first here.
Yes. So yeah, we were talking about DC proposal, and one of the last times that we got together, we were talking about like if somebody offered you an X amount of money, what like in my case, you guys know I don't have any children and IVF is very expensive. So I thought like, if somebody offered me like, Jen, I would pay all of your treatment, everything, maybe 3 shots, we could do it, but you gotta sleep with me.
Would you do it?
I don't think I could.
Oh.
I don't think I could. Because I feel
You're
that,
selling your body.
yeah, it's like a prostitute, a very, very fancy, classy, expensive prostitute.
Okay, so let's throw a twist in that. What if it was like your man, your like life, which is Mr. Daddy Yankee, saying sleep with me? Let's get serious here.
I'm over here thinking, it's funny because you literally just said the reverse of what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, well, what if the lady that was like gorgeous? No, I'm saying like for me, like an old lady like, to me, and I'm like, yeah, she's looking kind of look. I have to think about that one.
Wait, can you say that again?
It's a lot. It's a
Enjoy
lot.
those
It's a lot of money.
Anyway, so no, what I think about
That's
indecent proposal is the other person. I too feel like that too. Like, what if they wanted him for something?
Yes,
And vice
same,
versa.
same thing.
And
Same
vice versa.
thing.
Like-
Like, will you be in peace? Will he be in peace? Javi's behind the camera. Will he be in peace knowing that I slept with Daddy Yankee? Or
you will.
or if it happened.
Alright, so how about this?
Jason Momoa. Should I keep going? No.
Alright, how about this? Let's clarify what we all think an indecent proposal is. Because for me, an indecent proposal necessarily doesn't have to involve money. It could involve like...
It doesn't have to be sex either.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be sex either. It could be a lot of different things. It's like a bartering tool, you know what I mean? So that's for me an indecent proposal. It could be even like an old lady just coming up to you and be like, hey,
This
do you
is
want to
something
do
like
this?
unconventional, you know?
Yes,
Something you ain't
It's
expect.
something indecent that you don't usually do.
Exactly.
I don't
Well,
usually.
have you seen the movie Indecent Proposal?
I've never seen it, but I heard what happened.
No.
Oh, wait,
The
why are we
movie-
talking about
the
this?
movie- no, that's the whole point. The whole
I thought we
point-
reviewed movies.
Okay, that's the Indecent Proposal movie we are speaking of is an old movie with Demi Moore and what's his name?
Robert Redford.
Woody
And
Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Uh-huh.
And what a lot of older people, you probably don't even know who the hell I'm talking
Because you were born now.
So what it is though is it's a husband and wife, and they get an offer from an older man saying, "Listen, how much money was it? It was a lot of money.
$1 million.
$1 million
Yeah.
he would give to them if he was able to sleep with the wife." And they were like, "Let's do this." Like,
Sorry, I think it was to spend a night with the wife.
Okay, well, what else would they
Yeah. No, that was the whole
do?
point.
Yeah. Oh, and then.
Spend the night. They
Spend the
didn't say
night.
you have to have sex.
Oh, he said spend the
So-
night. Oh, I don't know.
But
I
that
don't
kind
remember.
of
So
So like, how old was the dude?
Old.
He was
Oh,
older,
so
but
maybe
he
you
was
wouldn't
pretty
get it up.
handsome.
It's like-
He was like in his 50s.
I
Probably.
feel like
Oh,
I
okay.
could
His
always
50s.
get it up.
Yeah, you can get it up.
It was like in his 50s, and she was like, what, in her 30s probably?
Yeah,
Probably,
he was
that's
like
how-
younger couple, older man.
Yes.
Of course, it always the
Yeah.
And, but
Vegas,
and
also.
they end up saying like, we're desperate for money, like what do we do? And they really think about it, like what happens, and then she ends up spending the night with him, and it like ruins their entire relationship because he can't let go of it. Well, do you like him better than me? Was he better?
Was
and
he
that's
better
how
than
it
me?
is. It's
That's
like,
what I think.
I wouldn't want to do that. Money can waste away, but
$1 million. For me, $1 million is not even enough.
No.
Like it had to be way more than that.
That's why I said in my case, like, I will, or adopt a child or whatever. We'll do everything.
But $1 million
Yeah,
back
okay.
when that movie was made is not $1 million today.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
million, yeah, a million right now. Yeah, for you, $1 million is like.
$1 million.
Yeah, $1 million is whatever. But
There's
like,
so many millionaires out there right now. Like
Yeah.
all you have to hit is $1
But,
million,
but
and
I
that's
feel
it.
like adjusted for inflation, what is it, like 10 million, something like
At
that?
least. At least.
I mean, like, I don't know, maybe.
It's a lot different. It's a lot
Yeah.
different
see,
question.
but what about? But I feel like it comes down to how much do you value your relationship? Because how much
Yeah.
amount of money would you be like,
You're
okay,
meant-
I love you for the $1 million, but not for the $10 million? Like,
No,
what
I
makes
feel
you think?
I feel like it's not gonna work out.
No,
It's not
I
gonna.
would never be able to forget it.
No,
I bring that shit up for the
No, I asked somebody very, very close to me yesterday
Mhm.
that if we have Petra from next door giving you $100,000 right there, and I thought this person all this time I thought this person was gonna be like, oh no, they're like, yeah, yeah, let's do it. We'll get this payout. I'm like, you will do that? Yeah, we'll do it. We're told me one time, let's go, let's do that. I'm like, how dare
But
you?
I feel like it also depends on who the person is, because some people could separate like the physical with the emotional. Like if you're just in and out, like that's it, and you're getting paid to do it.
So that's why in my case, I think it will be like a mental thing. I'll be like, why you
I
smiling
guess
too
it does
much?
depend on
Why you smiling too much?
who-
You
who
too
the
happy.
relationship.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of that, that's why you have swingers and stuff. There's
Yes.
people who legitimately, it's like you say, they disconnect the emotional from the physical in the sex.
Yeah.
And I think
And they're able to do that.
Jeremy-
Hey, next weekend we're gonna be with the Johnsons or whatever. We're gonna do the Swapparoo there. You know, it's like they don't. Yeah, the old Swapparoo.
Jeremy has a story on that. Jeremy,
Well,
can you
my,
tell
my
us?
thing about all this is like, what?
Yeah.
Let's
What's
not choose
the sort we
subjects.
talking about?
He said, which one are we talking about?
The sugar one.
Give me
Wait,
the
what were
context.
you
What
saying?
string one did you tell them?
You don't have to say
The
the
one
name.
with-
The birthday party.
Oh man, there's stories. Jesus.
The one with your boss?
The former lady that we
Hey,
know.
I'm her boss now, so
That's
this.
right.
Yes,
Oh, you're right,
not
you're
this
right,
one.
right,
Not
right,
this
yeah.
one.
Former lady that
No.
I know. Okay. The birthday party.
She's like,
I have a video.
I guess that's a proposal. It wasn't
It
like
was-
super intimidating or anything.
No.
Yeah, I was just dancing on the dance floor and didn't want to dance, so I was like, whatever.
And an old lady came up to you.
Yeah, and she started dancing with me, and then she said like, well, you know, we're all meeting after this. They said they were gonna run a train in their room. And I was like,
He's like, I'm not into like
Yeah.
railroad trains or anything, but okay, I guess I'm into that.
I don't think it's the type of train that I want to
He's
be
like,
running.
I'm going to computers. I'm going to computers.
Yeah, I'm like,
and when he told me that, I'm like, I don't think it's any train. I think there's gonna be someone
but like
behind
their
you.
proposals were a lot different. You see, like this lady did not go, well, here's $10 million, you know? It was
No,
just like, yo, we running this
But
out.
I
Yeah.
feel like because I know who the host of the party was, and I know all her friends and the lady that was talking to you, if it was in a different scenario, she would have been like, here's $30,000, let's go.
Because
do
you know
something.
for a fact that she had done it before.
Yeah, because the host of the party paid a young man, like I think it was like $30,000, took him to Hawaii,
For a week.
and they for a week, all expenses paid, and she did whatever she needed to do with him, and came back all happy.
Home to her husband.
So yeah,
very
came
happy
home with her
wife.
husband.
That's an expensive.
Very happy wife.
Well, if you have, say, a family and kids you got to watch out for, it's almost to the point where you have to kind of do it because you're thinking of them, you know? Like, okay, I'm somewhat degrading myself at this point, but then at the same respect, I'm setting somebody else up for success later on down the road. You know?
Okay,
Yeah, but I
so
don't
you think that at to a certain point you might do it.
Yeah,
if it's
because
gonna help
then
your children out.
because at some point it becomes bigger than you. If I get $10 million, it's going to affect a lot of people as opposed to just me.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So then I'm subjugating myself to something I don't want to do.
You get 3.
Exactly. But everybody
But I
around me
also
is going to
had
also
I had to
elevate.
sell myself for it, and that degrades my entire way of thinking. I feel like the way that I receive that money is not how I would want to be received. You know what I mean? Yeah, it might change a lot of other people's lives, but it changed mine, and I completely went opposite of where I would ever go because of money. Like, I guess everybody has a selling point.
Okay.
So do you believe in that? Do you believe that everybody has a point? Like, do you think there's an amount
Everybody
of
has a
money
price
that?
tag.
Yeah,
Everybody has a
Yeah.
price tag. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So what's your price tag,
Everybody's
Jen?
got a price.
I want to do it and that's it.
So you All right, Marcos, what's your price tag?
That's a weird question to ask somebody.
What?
What's your price tag?
Yeah.
$10
No,
billion.
because it doesn't have to be, because I mentioned money, but what about if I say, hey, Jeremy, I have this big bag of pot that I need you to take to, I don't know, Panama or whatever. Would you, I pay you this much of money, would you do it? That's something you don't usually do. That's a
So,
proposal,
yeah.
you're gonna get paid for it. It's not sex, so, Jack, like, you know,
Exactly.
there's
Yeah.
something,
If it wasn't sex, I'd think about it.
there's a different price tag. It doesn't
It
have to be.
doesn't always have
Yeah.
to be.
Okay, how
So-
much did you
It's just
charge
you
for
if
it?
you're doing something you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah. So Jen, you
You're
said
doing something
zero
uncomfortable.
for price tag, right? What's your price tag?
I think it depends on the necessity also. So yeah,
It's a
everybody
lot.
has a price tag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you
Like
think?
Jerry's not a good example. If I had
I
kids,
think
It's a
I think I have a
personal
price.
Okay,
It's-
so
it's
that's
not.
so
I
what's
think
your
my
price?
price, and I know it's like, I know it sounds bad, like I know she would never be able to get over it. I probably won't either, but I feel like if it's just ridiculous, but if there was a guarantee that my kids were going to be set up financially, and
So you
it have to be
sacrifice
something.
your wife.
Hold on, no, I'm not done. But we have to get something out of it too, which would be you and I. The one thing that we have both dreamed of is traveling the world.
Yeah,
And I'm
we're traveling with a cheater.
But you see, like I
That's how
said,
it would be like.
but
That's how
then-
it would be.
Oh, this is a great ride on the gondola.
I'm like,
Cheater. Oh, the beautiful views. Look at the Eiffel Tower.
we go to Venice in separate gondolas. Jackie,
Is
is
it
this
cheating
fun?
if you both agree to it?
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, see?
You would never
It'd have to
agree,
be
no matter
something
how
It
much.
would be
Crazy.
cheating because he
Oh,
would
because
agree.
he'd have to do it behind
Okay.
your back. That
Right.
point, Yeah.
So it wouldn't be cheating. It's like a deceit. So do you have a price tag? No. Jeremy, do you have one?
It depends. A lot.
I think
It
it
depends
depends
where
on
I'm
the
at in life.
situation. Now that you
Yeah.
mentioned
It
like,
depends on everyone's individual necessity. Like
Yeah.
what she said was
Yeah.
her IVF thing. If somebody, that would be like, wow, that's something I really have longed for, and something that it just is specific to everybody. If it has something to do with your likes and whatever,
It just
interests you.
depends where you're at. Like
Right, exactly.
when I was like 20 years old, if some old lady wanted to sleep with me and had like 10 grand, I would do it every time.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, I was like, if you're a teenage kid, you're single, you're stupid. If you have a
And at that point,
at that point.
Your stage in life changes.
when you get older, your price tag goes up because
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
well, 10 grand ain't shit.
Yeah.
It really is.
yeah.
So I think my price tag would be if I, like, you know how like Jeff Bezos, Mr. Amazon, got a divorce with his ex-wife and then she became like the 6th richest person in the world.
No.
She became a multi-billionaire. That would be my price tag. Can I become like the 2nd richest person in the world? And I'm set for life. That's it.
So then
That's
you
my
have-
price tag.
I'm
I do have a price tag.
It's unrealistic.
Well, let's say, is Bill Gates gonna come and ask me for that? No. Who is it? Is Jeff Bezos gonna come and
I
like
don't know,
offer
maybe
that?
after watching this or listening to me, like, where is that girl? I'm gonna go.
But that is it.
I'm gonna F with her head now. No, but again.
Money kind of isn't everything either. After you have a certain amount, what's the point of, well, what's the difference between having $1 billion and having like
Yeah.
10 billion
It's
Yeah.
or 20 billion?
Yeah,
You're
well-
loaded either way. Like,
Isn't your
No.
sweet? Don't you have a sweet spot that you're like, I don't want to make any more money than this? What is it?
Shoot, I don't know.
probably, I don't know, like 6 figures.
Yeah, see,
Maybe,
no,
maybe
it's
around
okay.
like 100K, something like that.
It's
After
a
that,
conversation that
what's
me and
the
him
point?
have had.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
you're not trying to live like a lavish where you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to live in a castle with
Right,
a moat
right.
and gators.
Yeah,
I want to be comfortable.
That'd be pretty cool though.
No, pero I think the necessity, I don't, and now that I think about it, and I'm myself, I'm saying like, it doesn't have to be sex or money, but I've known family members that have done things because of a necessity, like a green card.
Yeah.
They're out on the street or whatever, or almost there, and they
And
have.
I guess also you don't know till you're in the situation.
Exactly.
You can say
And-
shoulda, coulda, woulda, all you want until you're in it.
I use IVF as an example, but you brought like if I have 3 kids and we are like, coño, like if Javi could do something or if I could do something to help us out,
Well, that's why.
Javi,
That's
go
why
ahead.
you got women that are prostitutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Or strippers because they make all that buck and they're. They
Okay.
And that's
I just
also
thought
why you have like sugar
I thought of
daddies.
something
I thought
good.
of something
I
too.
thought a good scenario.
Okay.
Okay. So, because you guys keep saying it doesn't have to be sex, I got a great one.
Oh god.
And this is something that's been happening. Like I've read a couple articles about this happening during
No.
this whole pandemic. Is couples or one of the couples,
Uh-huh.
usually a woman, starting an OnlyFans page.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talked about that.
By the way, I had to introduce your sister to
That's
OnlyFans. She had no clue what it was.
Oh me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny,
yeah.
you know the story behind it. It wasn't started for that. It was a legitimate page for creators or like artists or whatever. Like, hey, you want to see exclusive content of mine? Go to my OnlyFans page. It's for OnlyFans. That's the whole name.
Right
And
now, the exclusive.
and then it was like, you know, you go there and you get to see videos or pictures of mine, blah blah blah. But then people were like, hold on, they're not prohibiting adult stuff, so they're like, shoot. So it quickly became like mostly a pornographic thing.
Oh yeah.
But- so
Immediately
during
when I
this
see
thing-
that, I'm
yeah.
like, oh porn.
So
Yeah.
during this quarantine COVID thing, we've had there's been an influx of both couples and just wives doing that. So that brings upon that question. You can do that, and you can be no face. There's
Yeah,
there's
blurry,
things, that's a
whatever,
whole
Well,
other.
my friend Carmen has an OnlyFans because she's an artist and she just posts her drawings.
You
on
see?
it.
You see? So it's like a legit thing like
Okay.
that.
She
Yeah.
don't post any pictures of her at all.
Yeah,
and
you
then
see?
she draws herself.
So how
Yeah.
do people know what your site is? How do they know what it's gonna be?
It's in
The
your.
content. You
It's
have
your
it.
seat. You're the good one.
It
Sorry.
tells you what it is.
Like before you like actually pay to subscribe
Oh,
for
okay.
them,
I
it
never
tells
did
you.
that.
Yeah, no.
I think you pay like a monthly
Yeah,
subscription.
you pay like it
Yeah.
depends on the creator how much
So
they want
would
to set
you?
it.
So there you go. That's my question. Would you do that?
So yes, listen, this man right here, okay, like we've been together forever, but like girls look at him all the time. Like we walk out
I did.
and people are like, oh, and I'm like, can you just post your abs and make like $100 like that for me? He's like, no, Trixie. I'm like, but come on, please, like.
I was
I don't know what they're doing on the other side. He's not doing any abs. Like, come on.
And
We're
it's
good.
usually guys on the other side.
So I was gonna ask, okay, so I think I would, if I'm not doing anything wrong, because we've talked about this, I'm like, there's people that have food fetish.
That's what I was gonna get into. I mean, it doesn't.
Okay,
it's
so
not
I'm
always
not
sex.
doing anything nasty.
Yeah.
I'm showing you my feet.
Yeah, but
Whatever
somebody-
you're doing on the other
But
side, that's
somebody's
your
getting
problem.
off on it. You
That's
know what I
good.
mean?
That's alright.
I don't know that.
Ah,
I'm getting paid. I don't know that. I don't know that.
As long as I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, no.
Whatever.
I don't know, and I'm not
Yeah.
checking my
People sell
husband.
their used panties and stuff on.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Listen, there's men out there that want to pay it, like, and they do.
We'll go
You
to
know how much
Japan.
people make $100s off their used
That
panties.
has a thing.
Yeah,
That has
they have in Japan. They have like
vending machines.
vending machines who use underwear.
Yes.
We should go. We got it.
Yes.
Listen, I am a very curious person.
Babies in Japan.
I'll vlog you guys. I'll be like, look at me here.
Look at me now.
I want to see
No,
that.
I don't know.
Like,
Okay.
I also want to sleep in one of those little pods that they have
Oh
in
my
Japan.
god, those freaking pods.
I've looked up so many of them on YouTube, and it depends on which one you go to.
That's
So,
It could be relaxing.
right?
I used to think back to like when Tom Green did that special when he went there. He was bothering. He was camping on different pods and waking up different guys, and they were like, he was like giving them presents, and they were just so confused. Like, oh yeah, here you go.
Tom Green is a comedian back in the day.
Yeah, I know who Tom Green is. He married Drew Barrymore for like
Yes,
very
yes, yes.
Oh my god. Anyways,
Yeah.
so another question I was gonna ask was if you said proposal.
Think of like 10?
Yeah. When I first brought up the topic to Michael and Jackie Thanksgiving, I'm like, hey, this is a proposal. He's like, oh hell yeah, I'll do it or whatever. But my thing is like, it's easy for him to be like, oh yeah, even though he's keeping. But what about if you have a man that wants to do you? How easy would that be for you to say yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, what do you mean? A man that wants to do him?
Yeah, because
Yeah, like if there was a gay person.
Because when I mentioned-
Listen, I'm not getting $20. Just $20.
Everybody has a price.
no, yeah, exactly.
What if you're only top, so nothing goes in?
Because he
you
was,
when you have to-
he was kidding, he's joking, and he's like, oh hell yeah, I'll let her do whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but what about if the dude wants you?
Yeah.
Let them do you for the whatever money it is.
I still
I still do you.
Alright,
Would
top
you
costs
give
this
him
much,
that?
bottom is this.
dude.
Yeah.
BJ is this.
Yeah,
and
because
this.
I can be like,
So
what's
he
your
knows how I
price?
feel, so try to get it from him.
What is your price? I won't feel
So
jealous.
he knows how I feel.
Turn around, baby.
No, because there's like a statistic out there. I'm not sure what the number is, but who pays for like sex and stuff is mainly men. Like there's a big, it's mainly men. Women don't pay for it as much as men do.
Yeah,
So like if you're gonna
because-
get
don't have to
indecent,
pay.
Yeah,
You don't have
exactly.
to-
yeah. So if you're gonna get indecent proposal, it's from a gay
You
man.
can be
probably
the
too.
nastiest freaking looking hog in a bar, and you can get a guy. You can leave there with a guy.
Yeah.
Because guys know.
It's okay, and that's exactly.
Guys have less of a standard. They'll just do
They
anything.
do.
Yes.
And that's why they have to pay, because women are not, a lot of women are gonna be like, no.
Yes. So
I'm
there
not
you
gonna
go. And there's the answer.
You don't know about that. Okay, so say your
It's
point.
like, I definitely got standards.
Yeah.
My
You're not
always
the
got
norm.
standards.
You're not the norm. You're
No.
not the norm.
Bro,
Especially for how young you are.
I get,
You're not the-
bro, no, because when we were with Kenny, bro, we would never bring home like nasty, ghetto.
So I guess Kenny was his friend. I'm gonna try to get him to get on here to talk about his scandalous ways, okay?
Okay.
Because I think it would be a good topic to see.
Okay.
Because he brought in a new girl every day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I think the secret's Tinder. What do you mean?
Yeah, don't put Tinder. Yeah.
Every day.
Almost.
Every day. Yeah.
I remember one time he was like, yo, I had a perfect week because he had a new girl every day.
That's what I mean. There's no standards.
Green.
There's no standards. That's what I mean. How do you do that every day? That's not a standard.
They were usually pretty though.
Oh.
But
Is he handsome?
No.
Oh, okay. I mean,
He's not ugly, but like he's not.
He's an a-hole. He's an asshole. Like, big time.
All right, I want to hear that. So,
That's how you do it, he said.
So I just want to have one day. We're gonna have him on to see like what his topic, how his expenses.
He does.
So,
Every 3 months.
Damn, he's like a
so
regular.
Jackie, even like if you have like, what's your favorite celebrity, male?
exactly.
You know where I'm
It's just like,
going.
oh,
Like,
goddamn
you just
right.
asked me that.
I just said that.
If he offered you whatever, would you do it? I'm like, how dare you? I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know, but I think if they look into hobby, he'll be like,
But that's the thing, and that it's okay to say stuff like that because you know that's just never gonna happen.
yeah.
But
it's
when you're
easy.
talking about like if anybody were to come up to you and be like, "Listen, I'll give you some of this if you give me some of that," that's more probable. Like,
Okay, so all right, not Zac Efron. Let's say some
But
guy
somebody that
named
looks like
Jack Bleffron. That looks exactly like Zac Efron. Comes to you, he's like, hey, I got money, I'm sexy.
But that ain't Zac Efron.
no, that's not the same.
It's Jack Bleffron. it's just like.
It's Jack Efron on the credits of High School.
You got more money than Zach. You look better than him.
Listen, if I
Was he
had
on
Zac Efron come to me, it's over. Which we know that would never happen. If a guy equally as hot named Jack Bleffron came to me, I would ruin my relationship because of a random guy like named Jack. I know for a fact it would have to be Zach. I'm sorry, and that would never.
Okay, fine.
That's what
He could change his name legally to Zac Efron.
Oh my
But
God!
it's not the Zac Efron.
That's so
It's
true.
just a guy who looks like him, and he legally changed his name to Zac Efron.
But you don't know anything about it. You know what I mean?
I'm done. I'm done.
So you would say yes. if it was
I guess
The answer is yes.
Zach, the
I guess we all have a
We
price.
do all have a price.
We all do have a price.
We all have a
But
price.
Her price is Zac Efron.
the thing
That's
is
it.
though is that if you give in to anybody that comes at you, then it depends. Some people have a low price.
Yeah.
If they get the attention from someone else that they're not getting in their current relationship, or like if they're lacking something that they're not really happy about, and somebody comes and gives them the time of day, it doesn't exactly have to be money. It could just be attention.
It's true.
It could just be time. It could just be, hey, you look hot, and my husband doesn't tell me that, you know, and vice versa.
In that movie, The Indecent Proposal, he said, spend the night.
Mm-hmm.
And they were thinking about something else. And he really didn't, it didn't have to be sex involved. It's just spend the night. So if maybe he wanted the attention, or maybe spend the night with a beautiful woman.
That happens
and
with a
that's
lot of
it.
sugar daddies. They don't
That's
want
what I'm
anything.
saying.
They
They
just
just
want-
pay you for your time. A lot of times
Yeah.
they just want to
Yeah.
be with you, or they just want to have you on their arm, and that's it.
And go to events. And that
I
happens
do that.
all the time.
I would do that all day.
That's
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, you're going out with sugar daddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real right now. I say yes to that one. That situation where it's just like a regular escort, where it's like legit escort. I'd be like, I'd be making the schedules.
But when you become like a
Steve Harvey's son.
when you have a sugar daddy like that, it's not only cash. It's you get presents, you get, and you have to spend time with them. You get to go on vacations with them and stuff. But yeah.
Maybe buy you a car. Hook that shit up.
He'll be driving the limo.
Sure.
Where to?
Where are we going?
Have a good weekend, babe. See you later.
What you're saying right there, you're not doing anything that is ruining your relationship,
I'm not
your
interested.
marriage, or anything like that.
And it's not
just-
emotional for me.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
When you
It's
get
just-
with somebody
you're
that
making
is-
somebody happy.
Right, and they're making me happy because they're giving me money.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
I'm doing that all day.
Same thing with the OnlyFans, because if I'm showing somebody, maybe somebody's feed might make that person happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's a very fine line you're walking.
What do you mean?
You're like, first you started, and now you're switching over to, well, now if I show him my feet, I'm making him happy. Well, what if he wants to see your ankles?
Oh.
What happens when he wants to see your calves next? The point is, where do you draw the line?
I would.
No, because you're not doing anything sexual.
I suppose.
I'm not.
You're not.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't care either.
You don't
I don't know what they're
doing,
doing.
yeah.
Same thing with like.
So
if
what?
you-
It's like like a one-sided thing? Like they just
Yeah.
watch you and that's it? You don't know
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's like
What's
they
the
pay for
website
your
again?
pictures.
No, I'm serious. I want to know.
What's the website again?
Honestly, like I'm not opposed to it. So I'm not opposed to having an OnlyFans. I've seen a lot. I'm a YouTuber, okay? So like I always go on YouTube and I've seen a lot of women talk about it, and they're like most of the time they're super respectful. They don't send me anything that I don't want, and they pay big money for my exclusive content. You know what I mean? Because you can go on there, subscribe, but there's a lot of things that they have to pay extra money for.
Yeah,
if they want to
you set
see.
your rules.
Yeah,
I
there's
was
like
listening to a podcast.
restrictions.
There was restrictions.
Yeah, there's a lot of restrictions, and that's where they make most of their money is
Yeah.
because they restrict a lot of things. They're like, I never see a guy like jack off. I never see anything. They just see my pictures and they pay for it. Sometimes they'll be like,
You have
hey,
it?
no, I don't have one.
I'm like,
No, listen, I want to.
Hold up.
Oh, she said she's talking about the people on
The
YouTube.
people on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the they have OnlyFans. Listen, Tana Mojo
Oh, so
makes
maybe
her
you
money
make
like
money?
she secured her bag, and that woman makes a lot of money, and she doesn't talk to her fans. They all pay her. You know.
That's how you do it.
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah, yes, it grew or whatever. Yeah, so that's.
I don't think OnlyFans is bad. I don't.
OnlyFans.
It's a sex worker. Like it's like you going in a strip club. There you go.
It doesn't have to be sex.
No, it doesn't.
So I don't. Whatever they're doing on the other side, that's none of my business.
Exactly.
I'm good.
As long as your bank account is going.
Yep.
And it does.
If you want me to wiggle my toes, that's what I
Yeah, but then you feel like a commodity. Like, you know, people are paying to see you, and then you're just putting on a show for them.
People pay me
you know?
to take care of their kids. People could pay me to wiggle my toes. We're good.
I suppose.
So are you opposed to having an OnlyFans? Yes or no?
Well,
Because Trixie has a name already.
I never did
We're
OnlyFans.
gonna launch it after this.
What did you
Three
do?
X's.
When I was younger, I did.
I promise you guys, I do not have an OnlyFans. Hey, they're gonna look it up. Trixie with 3 X's.
There you go.
I thought about it, but I was like, no. What?
What did
Go ahead.
What were you saying?
But no,
Oh,
what was I
no.
saying?
You were saying. I said,
Are you opposed?
would you have an OnlyFans? Yes or no?
No, because I did something similar to it already.
So what did you do?
When I was like, probably like 18, 19 or something, I was a webcam model. So,
Okay.
Okay, wait. Do you guys know what webcam
Oh.
model is?
So what happened? So they
So what is a webcam model? Because I'm a little
yeah,
older.
basically, yeah, like, so I could like work out and stuff like that. And
So you
people
didn't
would
like
watch.
that?
Nah, not really. Because this thing is like, yeah, in the beginning I was making like pretty good money. Like I was doing really good.
So what was your number?
What do you mean? What was
How much money did you make?
It's like per subscriber? Like how does that work?
So like what I would do is I had a webcam that I would just turn on, and then I would do like pull-ups or something like that, and then people would just send me tips.
I need that one where people fucking watch me eat.
Something
Hey,
like that. You never
you want to see me eat this pie? Send me some tokens.
There you go.
I'm in the pie. And there you go.
What I would do is like if you tip me like say $5, I'll do 10 pull-ups.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like if you tip me $20, I'll do like 30 squats.
And
stuff
I'll send
like
you
that.
25 and you pour water all over your body.
And
Maybe
he
I
gets
should do
to
that.
work out
I would
and
lose
he
weight. That's a good idea. I get paid and I have to do exercise. Shit. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so like I did that, and you make good money. You be
So
so
look at him. Why did you stop?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
well, because like it gets weird. Like it gets to the point where like, well, where do you
When you
draw?
lie, like people watching you lie.
That's actually
Yeah.
That would be weird. Like I don't know what sicko like is.
And then like I've had certain times where like people walk in and you're like, oh, and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like,
Working out.
making money.
Yeah, I got the laundry here. It's like, oh, okay.
It's like,
Just pull-ups.
how are you making this money? How do you describe that to people? You know, like,
Oh, man.
it's something that it's hard to like sleep with. You know?
I'm an internet model.
I'm an entertainer.
I'm making it from dudes behind their computer screen. Like, you know?
So who was the majority of people that were paying you? Was it dudes?
Overwhelmingly guys, yeah.
Wow.
I probably had maybe like 3 or 4 women and
Wow.
a bunch of dudes. Like,
We don't pay for sexy guys. That's all it is. We don't pay.
That doesn't sound too bad. I'm gonna put that in there.
Well, isn't that like? Can't you do that with Twitch?
What's that?
What's Twitch?
I'm pretty sure it's against their
No, no, no.
policies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Twitch is
their
like.
policies are very
Okay, I wasn't
Yeah, I'm
sure.
pretty sure you cannot do that.
On
Yeah.
Twitch, you can't do pull-ups and stuff.
No, but I had like a
Cause isn't Twitch the same thing but for gamers?
Yeah, it's
And
kind
they-
of.
and
When
they
you're playing
take
video
gaming.
games, that's completely different.
I know, but like I see some girls with their tits out, like low neck, playing video games here. Guys are throwing money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Learn how to play video games.
Guys, makes
So
it
make a
really
lot of
fun.
Well, yeah, there's a job that if you're kind of decent
You
at a
can
game,
be
they'll
Egirl.
pay you to play
Yeah.
video games with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So if someone came up to you and was like, hey, I'll give you, let's say, what is it, like $20 to play this video game with me, would you do it?
For like 15 minutes.
I don't
It's
even
like a
know how to
match.
play for $20. I'd be like, okay. Oh, I lost.
There's a whole industry like that, you know?
And there is
Yeah.
no one there.
It's called Egirl, where people pay women to play video games with them.
Yep.
Like he's like,
I get it.
It's a real thing.
It's
This is what I mean.
it's-
This is what I mean. No, I'm not trying to be like. I'm not trying to say
I know what you're gonna say.
all men, but most men are retarded.
It's fucking
For
true.
them to
I'm
pay
sorry.
Yeah, like,
and
he's like-
stuff like that. Like,
I would
you do
not.
that?
huh?
Would you do that?
No, I would never pay.
Hold on, I would if she was really good.
He's like, yo, I need help beating this game.
Yeah,
$20? Shit. That's probably like a cheat code. Let's do this.
What if I'm playing like some tournament or something and she's like really nice? And she
Exactly.
carries me through, you know?
And if she carry,
Yeah.
there
Okay,
you go.
wait.
I would pay for a girl, she's good. If she's bad, I'm not.
Wait, Jeremy. Okay, so let's say you're playing Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch and it's Supergirl Kels. Would you pay her? Because she's like, isn't she like
But
the
like,
top
what
the
am I
best
doing?
top-
Like, am I
Like you're going through a tournament, you're about to.
Am I gonna make? Well, if I'm gonna make money, yeah.
Yeah,
I would.
you're okay.
I would. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you would.
But she's a
That
professional
is so
player.
indecent.
She's
Yeah,
a
you
professional
know.
player.
That is so indecent.
At that point, who cares? You know, like if she's a girl or a guy,
Yeah.
she's a professional. You know, like
But it has to be a girl.
For it to be indecent, it has to be a female.
It has to be the opposite
No,
sex.
it could be either sex.
Yeah.
Like, I should say, what about if a man's like, hey, can I sleep with Jeremy for $100,000?
No, $100,000 not.
It's a lonely man that pay
Yeah,
all
it's
this
just
money.
this loneliness.
Yeah.
Listen, there's an industry
That
where
preys
there's
on lonely
people,
men. Yeah.
stop, I'm not, hold on, of professional huggers, or and cuddlers. That says
Yeah.
Yes,
so much
yes,
right
yes,
there.
yes, yes.
There's,
Yes,
that says so much right
I
there.
Yes.
could do that.
yeah,
People
Yeah.
who get paid to cuddle.
No.
yes.
I will cuddle you so fucking hard for $5.
No.
Because I don't do
I
that.
don't want to
No,
cuddle with
you're
somebody
perfect.
and be like the little
That's what
student
I'm
and then they
saying,
get a
look at
boner. Like I cannot do
Look at
that.
this.
Look at all this. No, yeah, there is. I
I mean,
watch a lot.
$5 seems a little low though.
No,
That's what-
like
that's all
$5,
personal
you probably get like 30 seconds to it.
And then there would be an
That's-
upcharge
that's-
for There would
If
be
you
an
want-
upcharge for porn.
Yeah,
$5, I'll give you a hug.
an extra $10, I'll rub the back of your head.
Yeah,
An
yeah,
extra 10, I'll whisper sweet nothings as I cuddle you.
Sweet.
yeah.
It's okay.
He does that to me.
Yeah.
It's okay.
For
Oh my
free.
God.
Instead of actually saying sweet nothings, like the actual things, he just tells me the
I
words
whisper-
sweet nothings.
Really?
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, with Corona, you just morph that. There should be a job where you're just like motivational to people. Like you pay me $10 and I'm like, Jennifer, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you can do anything. Yeah.
Listen, people pay for
Oh my
that.
god.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Like a professional yes man.
Someone who just talk you up.
Like a professional
Yeah.
hype man.
Exactly,
You know?
yeah.
Like rappers have a hype man.
Aren't you my hype girl?
I am your hype
She's my hype girl. She's my hype girl. Yeah, I think I should do this.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
Jennifer, do it. You should do it. Yeah.
You would be amazing.
Yes.
I would do
You
that.
could be
Yeah.
charging for this.
Yes, yeah. Well, I do it in work hours, so
Yeah. I'm already gonna pay.
I think that's a good idea, Jennifer. I'm like,
Or she'll be like,
Yes.
she'll be talking to a parent and then they'll say something. She goes, yeah, right, Trixie? And I'm like, yeah, Jen, whatever you do.
yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, would you do it? Yes or no? Like, sit on it.
Indecent proposal. It depends.
Depending on what kind of
If
yeah.
I get to become, yes,
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 I would do it if I become 6th richest person in the world.
Okay, you got a price, huh?
I got a price.
Yeah.
Depending on what it don't even matter what it is.
Yeah?
If it makes sense.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I would say no. I'm leaning more towards no.
I'm saying here, it would not fucking work out.
You're like, no.
If
you're
you don't
right.
mind your relationship breaking, yeah.
No,
No.
yeah, like, I'm sorry, it's not fucking working.
What if you're super confident?
And
in
let's
yourself?
take the IVF apart or whatever.
I
I think more of what you said, like to me, I think I would do it depending on the necessity.
I guess, yeah. I guess everybody.
Yeah, I think that's
You don't know till you're.
Yeah.
And
You never know until you're put in
Yeah.
that situation.
yeah.
Like until like what if you're like
I'll give you my
starving,
kidney
you know,
if
homeless,
you-
you know, like
No, that's what I
you
mean.
do
You
anything.
don't know. I mean, the current
Exactly.
situation, you say no.
Yeah, not only that, and maybe not just money, but I won't even be a mula. Like that drug shit, go to jail shit, I'm not doing anything illegal.
Mhm.
That, it's a no. It's a fat no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it at the end of the day.
No. No.
Then you can enjoy your reward after
No,
you
what? No. Okay, swallow a couple of balloons, take them to over here. And,
So yes to indecent, no to criminal.
yeah. So, thank you guys for.
Wait, so we have to do our thought of our day.
Go ahead, Trixie has it.
So I don't really have a thought of the day because I was like,
Okay.
no, but we normally have a thought of the day. You guys usually, if you guys are like a frequent viewer here, we usually have a thought of the day. We usually have a quote. I didn't really find anyone just that can money buy happiness. And I think we just proved that.
Money can buy happiness. Yes, it can.
Yes,
Because
it
if my
can.
house was paid and my car was paid and we could travel everywhere, it bought me happiness. I would be very happy. Sorry.
What
I'd rather
price?
cry in a mansion than
That's a different story.
Yeah, but at what price?
Okay.
So, anyways, you guys, so thank you for tuning in.
Thank you
Make
for
sure
watching. Follow us. You tell them.
keep it
You're the
real.
young one. Follow us everywhere.
Is this gonna be on
Follow
YouTube?
us everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do this. Hit the subscribe button.
It's
Wherever
your
it is.
Wherever right here. Down here.
And then-
Subscribe.
Keep going. What else?
And if this blows up and you guys get rich, you can redo this because then you'll be at a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yes.
So follow us
Yeah.
at Keeping It Real with the Royal Sisters on Facebook,
Subscribe
Instagram. Subscribe right there. I'll put it right there for you
It's
guys.
gonna be some.
Make sure to hit the like button. If you guys are watching us, make sure to go on our podcast and listen to us. And if you're not listening to us, go on our YouTube. And